That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? Agatha All Along. We talked about it a little bit the other day. I have been very pleasantly surprised by the show. I mean, I don't think it's as good as Penguin or Rings of Power for that matter, but I've been enjoying it. And then the newest episode came out. I'm like, you know what? I'm still liking it. It's pretty good. Well, when they announced this show and in the months leading up to it, the cacophony of people online saying, nobody cares about this show. How many times did we hear people say that? Even in our own lives, nobody cares. No one's going to watch this. No one asked for it. No one's going to watch it. Blah, blah, blah. Well, so much for that. Because in a new report, this is in Deadline, Agatha All Along brews up solid premiere audience's first episode nets 9.3 million views in its first 7 days. Now, I want to put this into context. Remember, this is a C-level character. Maybe B level, but a third level, because obviously Wanda was the number one character. Vision was the number two character. You can make arguments for others. And then there's Agatha. And it's a spin-off show of a show on Disney Plus and all that kind of stuff. And sure, Penguin got 5-point-something million views in its first 4 days. Probably 6 or 7 after its first week. Now, there are more people have Disney Plus than have HBO. So there's that. But Agatha got comparable numbers, actually a little bit better if I read properly, than the smash hit that was the first viewing of Percy Jackson on Disney Plus. And fell just, I think, like 15% below Loki's numbers. Needless to say, Agatha getting 9.3 million views in its first episode is surprising a lot of people. Especially the people, I don't think that even the people at Disney thought it would be that high. So it's not the highest thing Disney Plus has ever had by any means, but this is way bigger, far bigger than the narratives that a lot of people were trying to spin. And I'll admit, this is bigger than I thought it would be. I always had some belief in this because I really like the character. And again, the showrunner of Agatha is the same person who is the creator of WandaVision. So I had a certain amount of belief going into it. But I also didn't think tons of people would watch it. Apparently, a ton of people are watching it. And I'm going to be really curious to see what the numbers do later on. Because, again, to me, this show has been pretty solid and enjoyable. And I'm going to be curious to see if it's able to hold those numbers. Do the numbers go up? Do they do what The Acolyte did and just crash and burn? I don't know. But anyway, Chris, 9.3 million viewers. For the first episode. Does this surprise you? Does it not surprise you? What's your takeaway from this?
It's almost 2 million more than Matlock.
Yes, yes, it is.
That's crazy. Whoa, this is great. The third episode of this was so fun. It was so delightful. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Hart. What a treasure. We need to protect her at all costs. Oh no. I thought this was great because, I feel like the episodes do keep getting better and more interesting. We're learning more about the supporting tertiary cast here and everything. It's spooky season. They launched this at the perfect time for a fun, witchy kind of show.
What's the one line that one nightmare guy said to her? It's an inconvenient woman?
You are an inconvenient woman.
You are an inconvenient woman.
Ugh, if I had a nickel.
Anne's on a business trip right now. I'm going to use that on her when she gets home. She hasn't seen Agatha episode 3. I'm just going to see what the reaction is going to be.
Well, we'll be taking over the show from next week onward because.
R.I.P. John Campea.
Yeah.
You are an
She said we can still record in the garage. But,
yeah.
Anyway.
But I do think this is a really interesting, intriguing show. We all want to know about the mystery. We want to know about all of these kind of inconveniences for of these witches. We want to know what's happening with Agatha. We want to know the deal with Teen. It's a great show. And the idea, too, of, oh, no one wants to watch this. Oh, no one's interested in this. I always feel like those are such loud but small minorities of groups of people who are just angry on the internet. Yeah. And if this show isn't for you, no worries. I'm not going to try to, make you watch this show and convince you need to watch this show. There's so much television. You can go do whatever you want. But I do feel like so far, this is an example of when Disney is firing on all cylinders. Now, if they can keep up this momentum, that'll be great. Hopefully they keep getting more eyes on it. I do still have a little bit of hesitancy to say this is a great show, though.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's good.
It's fun. Yeah. I'm having a good time. I definitely tune into it. I'm right there when it drops. But
Give her another episode.
Yeah, and we've been burned before with these shows and these low episode counts too.
If you get through 4, you're just about halfway.
Yeah, I just don't want another rushed ending where things get kind of tidied up enough, but it doesn't feel satisfying. I want to really know all these mysteries by the end of this, or at least have enough information that wants me to have a season 2. I don't want to have another one of these kinds of just like endings that Disney seems to give me with a lot of their Marvel shows.
Again, starting strong has never been a Disney Plus show problem. Finishing strong has been their problem.
Yeah.
I will say this, although it was just one episode, I understand, just one episode, but I have a disturbing lack of Aubrey Plaza. I mean, it was only one episode. Maybe she's in every other episode, but I need more Aubrey Plaza. And because I ate up the dynamic between her and Catherine Hahn.
Oh
of
my
course,
gosh.
both Parks and Rec alum. But
who almost never worked together on the show, though.
yeah, they were. I think they
Which
were
is
only in like
great.
2 scenes together on the show or something like that.
They have insane
Oh,
chemistry.
so good, and they need more of it. But again, 9.3 million. It's way bigger than a lot of people thought it was going to be. Now we'll see whether those numbers sustain. Do they go up? Do they crash down? Who knows? We'll find out. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Miracle Made. Guys, it's hot outside and your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. So if you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made sheets are inspired by NASA and use silver-infused fabrics that are temperature regulating so you can sleep at the perfect temperature all night long. There are just so many things that make these sheets so fantastic. We already mentioned the self-cooling properties for better quality sleep, but they're also self-cleaning. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. No more gross odors. So go to trymiracle.com/Campea. That's TRYMIRACLE.com/Campea to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code Campea at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund. So upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/Campea and use the code Campea to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/Campea to treat yourself. Thank you, Miracle Made, for sponsoring this episode. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Come on, be honest. You didn't think, even if you were optimistic about the show, you didn't think Agatha All Along was going to get this many views. You just didn't, because I didn't. I don't know. Whatever you think about it, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.